typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, published author, top listing agent, a real estate and finance expert that goes to bat for you every day as a consumer advocate. Your host and the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes.
And yes, here we are again, another day committed to being your consumer advocate, all about helping you understand your buying decisions and making you more street smart here. Save our hotline number. We'd love to connect with you, 813-917-1894. Just call or text that hotline. It's an off-air number, 813-917-1894. ConsumerQB.com is our website. You can have links there to all of our expert contributors at ConsumerQB.com. We've got attorney Frank Miranda going to be on the second half of the show. Frank Charles Miranda Law, FCMLaw.com. And in studio, Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy, FFATampa.com, our Second Amendment protector here, as well as got a lot of events coming up, so get ready to hear more about that. I want to give a quick shout out to Chad Irrigation. Victor and his team over at Chad Irrigation do a great job for all of your sprinkler and irrigation systems. Make sure you let them know the real estate quarterback sent you. All right, we got a hot listing here. I'll let you know about in Tampa Bay. This property is 14663 Village Glen Drive in Carrollwood. This is a Tampa property, 2 bedrooms, 2.5 bath, beautiful home. You got a pool, spa, screened-in lanai, and also a outdoor kitchen, and just a beautiful home, gourmet kitchen style kitchen here, and as well, master bath features a jacuzzi tub, sauna, and tanning bed. 2 bedroom, 2.5 bath, 1,951 square feet, 14663 Village Glen in Tampa, and you can see all of our real estate listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
This is God's country.
All right, we got Thomas King in the house, Florida Firearms Academy. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. Hey, I need to squash this rumor right now. So this is going around, and you could settle the score right here. Did Elon Musk offer you $20 million to buy the Consumer Quarterback Show?
You know, it's I got the board of directors together, and we just decided we didn't want to do it. You know, we didn't want to take the money.
You know, that's the talk of the town right now, and that's what everyone's is. There's half the people upset, and half the people actually thrilled about it. So yeah. Crazy. I don't know why no
free speech advocates are happy about it.
Why wouldn't you want free speech? I just don't understand that.
It's just so funny to see, like,
really, really far right people that spread crazy stuff, or is it because they don't want to hear any of it?
Yeah, they wouldn't be able to. Well, their lies are okay, but the other side's supposed lies are not okay.
I bet if they stopped talking about like the new Green Deal or socialism, if you weren't allowed to talk about that, they'd probably be upset. Yeah, we want our freedom of speech,
Or all of the things that ended up being true, like the Russian collusion. Oh, nope, that's fake. That's fake. The Biden laptop. That's real.
You're right.
It's like,
and they weren't even allowed to talk about that.
Exactly.
And now it's real. I mean,
censored it.
It's crazy.
Yeah,
I just don't understand. Freedom of speech is freedom of speech on any platform.
Exactly.
And I welcome it no matter what side it's on. So
exactly.
It should be there.
That's right.
I got some crazy cool events going on. So if you know how to make some chili, though, this is something you want to listen up to. We're going to do Crown Our King or Queen again 2022 Chili Cook-Off at Florida Firearms Academy. And what you have to do to sign up if you want to compete, you have to go to the store to sign up because you have to sign a waiver right there. First place winner is going to win an AR-15. We're going to give away cool prizes, trophies, all that good stuff. And you know what? Everyone gets to try chili, so you have to make a big pot of it. We're going to provide all the tents and the tables and all that good stuff, the bowls and the... What do you got? We got forks, we got napkins, spoons. We got cups, we got all that stuff. There's only 27 spots open left, so if you want to register, you got to do it soon. It's going to be on May 28th from 11 to 1 p.m., and that's going to be people's choice. So you want to invite your friends because everyone gets a ticket, and they get to vote on whoever's chili is going to be crowned king or queen. We will also have a master chef out there who's going to vote his top best. And this is going to go on, the taste, consistency, all these good stuff. Yeah. I don't know. This chef is amazing. So he's going to award and give out trophies and prizes for that as well. So if you know how to make some chili, you want to be crowned, or you want to win a cool rifle, that would be awesome. We're going to give that day. We're also having a suppressor party. So suppressor parties, when we have a party, we have a party. You're going to be able, members get to try many different suppressed firearms and rifles. That's what silencer for many people that don't know. And you get free ammo, range fee, eyes, ear protection, all that good stuff. If you're not a member, I think it's $15 for all of that. So range fees are normally like $19. You get to try all these cool guns. You get free ammo, targets, eyes and ears, all that cool stuff. Our attorney will be there doing gun truffs at 50% off. So that's always something fun to do if you don't need it. You don't need a gun trust to buy a suppressor. So now suppressors, we are the largest NFA distributor around, dealer. So your suppressors now take 90 days of a wait instead of waiting 1 year, basically now. So they did kind of step it up a little bit, but we're going to be raffling off a Springfield SA-35, and proceeds for that will go to the VFW, the Veterans of Foreign Wars, and we'll have, of course, ammo sales and all this other stuff, and we'll be giving away prizes for that as well. But there'll also be other vendors there that are set up their tents. If you are a vendor, a business owner, or have a store, and you'd like to set up a free tent there to advertise your store at our cook-off event, please go to ffatampa.com or give us a call at 813-221-3473 to set that up. We'll get you a spot so everyone can have fun. We do this to support the community. We don't charge for it. So there's no fee to just come along to this party, the Chili Cook-Off. And, of course, we'll always have a lot of other cool stuff. So there will be vendors out there. There will be Mutiny Arms. They make rifles. We make rifles. I invite everyone out. It doesn't matter if you're our competition or not or whatever. If you like their rifles, then buy their rifles. If you like ours, then buy ours. We just are here to support the Second Amendment and make everyone happy. We like to see small stores, gun stores do very well. So this is free advertisement for you. You know, why would you pass this up? That's May 28th from 11 to 1. If you are going to set up a booth, make sure you come a little bit early so we can get you all set up and taken care of.
Cool. May 28th, 11 to 1, Chili Cook-Off. Florida Firearms Academy, and as Thomas said, there ain't no party like a FFA party, right?
You know,
Thomas?
we have some crazy parties.
Look at the lines out the door. I was looking at your website there. Lines all the way back, like wrapping around the whole complex.
We'll get 400 to 600 people out there, so it's a great way to advertise. If you own a business in Oldsmar, in Clearwater, in Tampa, Dunedin, wherever, come on out. Way to pass out your cards. It's always a great time. Always really nice people there.
Yeah, I like that. We might have to have the Platinum MVP team representing over there.
I'd love to have you guys
that'd be
out
fun.
there.
Yeah, that'd be great. Chili. Hey, who doesn't like chili, right?
No, everyone gets to try chili because it's people's choice. So everyone gets to taste a little bit of every chili.
Yeah.
You know, a small couple bites from each one, and then you vote on it. So you get to pick who's the king or queen in the Chili Cook-Off. We also have this huge sale coming up for Cinco de Mayo. We're going to do shotguns at $199 and 6-hour red dots for $98. So if you're not on our mailing list, then get on our mailing list. You can do that at ffatampa.com. Just sign up right there. And also, what's really amazing, what's coming out is our new website store. We're going to have over $200 million in inventory on there, so you can just go on there. Instead of coming to the store, just buy it all right there online at 3 a.m. after you've had a few drinks. So.
There you go. Some junk purchasing, right?
Right.
Now, is Quincy going to be cooking? Quincy looks like he could make some chili now.
Every year, all the employees say, hey, man, can I get in on that? We only have so many spots open. So I'm having employees chili cook-off, and they're going to go out and they're going to get some boar or something or turkey, and I'm sure they're going to cook it up, and we're going to give them a special prize just for the employees. So.
Nice. Well, we're talking with our friend Thomas King here, owner of Florida Firearms Academy, ffatampa.com. And by the way, I always mention, too, you got to go by there. You got to stop by their Facebook page and like the page and start tuning in and checking out some of their posts that they put out. And real simple. All you have to do a lot of time would be like, hey, what's your favorite restaurant or what's your favorite this or that? Comment on the post. And, Thomas, what happens? They get put into a prize, and you're giving away guns, handguns, all types of fun stuff.
Rifles, red dots, everything.
Yeah.
We try to do it weekly, but we've been so swamped with what we got going on with our new website, our new platform, our new point of sale system, and we're working on another range issue. We're trying to get this all. It's a surprise, so I can't really say much about that. It's not an issue. It's just working out these bugs and kinks and trying to get everything approved. So I won't go into that detail on that, but Mother's Day. So that's coming up pretty soon, right?
Yep.
If you don't have a Mother's Day gift, you can come in and get her a $19.99 range day. So it doesn't have to be on Mother's Day. She's going to get a gift certificate. That comes with a free lesson, you get to try multiple firearms, ammo, target, eyes and ear protection, range fees, and she can use this anytime. It's $19.99 for that.
Wow.
You can't even buy ammo these days for that.
Yeah.
But it's just going to be a lot of fun, and you can hand that to your mom. Say, Mom, whenever you want to go have a fun, stress-free day, go out there instead of a spa day, and support the Second Amendment.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy, talk to me about what you're hearing. I always like to get your opinion on things happening. Ammo, you mentioned, what's going on with ammo pricing. We got the southern border, open right now. Gang activity is, ticking up here not only in Tampa Bay, but other areas across the country. And the Second Amendment being under attack. What are you seeing?
So there's so much going on, especially in where I'm at right now with the open borders and all this craziness. They're trying to demolish the 42. So once that happens, they're saying 20,000 people a day can cross that border.
Yeah.
A day. You know how much money that's going to cost you and I?
Jeez.
Because, the government doesn't pay for that. It's us paying for that.
Right.
But right now, Quincy, our gunsmith, what happened to him in his neighborhood, and he lives in a beautiful neighborhood, a couple neighbors down, what these guys do is now they just pull in your driveway with their car or truck, and they beep the horn twice. If you don't come out of your house, all these guys jump out and they grab everything that's not nailed down, and then they meet up and take off.
Wow.
So they actually came to his house 2 weeks ago, beeped the horn, and of course he came out and he was ready, and they all jumped back in and took off. But there's no way to stop that. And people ask these questions all the time. What can I do? They're stealing my car. They're stealing the stuff in my front yard. They're stealing our planters. They're stealing, whatever's not nailed down. You can't go out there and shoot people. I mean, we have a seminar on what you have to do, can do, and what you can and cannot say. So these things are there to protect you. But it's crazy. Did you see the other day, there was a Louis Vuitton store. They stole over almost $500,000 in purses.
Snatch and grab.
Just going
stuff.
in there and grabbing it. And you know what? Stores are going to close down. You can't just pull out your gun because someone's stealing a purse, right?
Right.
So you got to know the laws, what you can and can't do. Some people are saying they're going to put magnets on their door so you buzz them in, buzz them out. Well, what happens then is if they're locked in, they're going to grab a hostage and say, hey, I'm taking this guy out unless you open this door, or it puts your employees in a predicament.
Right.
So there's not a lot you can do unless these laws are really enforced, which they're not in many places.
Right.
Or they change it to where, if you get caught doing this, it's not a slap on the wrist anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to have the DAs that stand up and fight it. Luckily here in Florida, we're somewhat insulated, but you look at, cities like Chicago and New York and LA, I mean, those are the worst. Those are the Democrat-run strongholds that are, and I don't know why they keep voting that way, but, probably going to change here soon. But the challenges with that, and look at the, the migration to Florida. I mean, I talk about these real estate stats. I've got the Hillsborough County stats right here in front of me. 90% absorption rate, one month supply of inventory.
Wow.
As far as homes available for sale. So the people are flocking to the state of Florida, and they're seeing our great leadership by Governor DeSantis, what he's doing in protecting kids, protecting parents' rights, and homeowners' property rights. Stand your ground. I mean, a lot of positive things to talk about. Taking a quick break. When we come back, more with Thomas King. I want to ask him a little bit more about what's happening with the Second Amendment and some of the other issues on a national level. Seems like whenever there is a shooting, and it's unfortunate that there are shootings, but there's a lot of other places to point the blame. The FBD, the FDA, and the Food and Drug Administration. The people pumping out all these pills. The drug companies. Video game industry. I mean, there's a lot of places to point the finger rather than, at the gun owners and the gun manufacturers. But Thomas King here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. More when we come back. Taking a quick break here on the show. And later on the program, we've got attorney Frank Miranda on the show as well, fcmlaw.com. We'll be right back.
Hey, this is Grant Cardone, and you've been listening to the phenomenal Brandon Rhymes, the Consumer Quarterback Show.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hey, Brandon Rhymes here for Cleaning Commandos here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Cleaning Commandos are hiring, and they're offering competitive wages, flexible hours, relaxed atmosphere, and a sign-on bonus. Reach out if you'd like a career with the Cleaning Commandos here in Tampa Bay. Info at cleaningcommandosllc.com or call 813-750-0550, 813-750-0550. Cleaning Commandos, Consumer Quarterback Show. Hey, Brandon Rhymes here. We are looking for real estate investors. We've got a new relationship bringing us a tremendous amount of off-market real estate investment opportunities. So text the word investor to our hotline, 813-750-0550. Off-market real estate investment opportunities. Text investor to 813-750-0550. Brandon Rhymes here, Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, looking for real estate investors. Send us a text. Have you desired more income and more freedom in your life? Now is your time. Keller Williams Realty has just launched our own real estate school, and you can get licensed for free. I'm Brandon Rhymes, host of the Consumer Quarterback Show, owner of the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. And for the first 3 people who reach out, I will personally coach you. 813-917-1894. Call or text 813-917-1894. ConsumerQB.com. ConsumerQB.com.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at ConsumerQB.com.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here. Consumer Quarterback Show powered by the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Top 100 ranked real estate team here in Tampa Bay. Helping you sell properties faster for more money, maximizing your profit, helping the buyers win and get their deals accepted. And of course, investors, we can help you navigate those waters as well. 4220 West Pearl in South Tampa. This is a commercial building with a large lot in South Tampa. Commercial opportunity here. Move your contractor business to this great opportunity at 4220 West Pearl. 1,200 square foot building, 0.6 acre lot, just over half acre, with lots of parking, centrally located in South Tampa. Great opportunity for relocating contractor business or other business here in South Tampa. Great opportunity to own commercial real estate. Also got a restaurant for sale in Dade City, 14121 7th Street, Dade City. We got a restaurant here. It's included in the sale is all of the equipment, the furnishings. You've got the downtown walkability in Dade City is such a cool area. It's an established restaurant since 1990 as well. 1 bedroom, 1 bath apartment, so you can have on-site management. A great opportunity to own real estate and a business here in Tampa Bay. Perfect entrepreneurial investment. Plenty of parking as well. 14121 7th Street in Dade City. Relocate your restaurant to that great location. And you can see all of our listings at PlatinumMVPTeam.kw.com.
Somewhere sunny and 75.
All right, Thomas King's in the house talking about the border security, southern border, Title 42, talking about the constant attack on gun ownership and the ability to protect yourself. You know, sometimes you hear these clips of Biden saying, "Oh, you weren't meant to own a cannon, and you weren't meant to have these." He doesn't even know what the laws are in these cases, does it?
I know, and right now what they're doing with the polymer 80s is we won't even work on them anymore. If the laws that they're changing them to are so dramatic that we would lose money working on it. We have to serialize this firearm. We have to put our own serialization on it. We'd have to put it on a plate. We'd have to embed it into the firearm, and it's just too much work for us to do. So if you have a polymer 80, that's not something we're going to work on for you. That's like a man-made firearm. So they sell these, and you just drill out the holes and put your parts in it. But that's just something that we won't even work on anymore because of the new laws coming up, changing. But we're looking at it. So we saw a lot of these emergency food things. So we had like 200 packs of meals in them, and they last 25 years. They're completely sold out. We only have a few left. All of our distributors are completely sold out. Wow. And this is crazy. The food shortage is something that is going to be coming up very shortly. Right. There's already this year, I think it was this year alone, 17 food or chicken plants, and some of the largest have either burnt down, 17 of them, and have either went through foreclosure. So that's really going to affect us. And a lot of them are saying it's because of the bird flu. They're making them kill these birds, but some of the largest here in the country have shut down. So we're really going to see an impact on that. And that's like, if you can't afford gas prices, if you can't afford food, that's when you're going to see the craziest stuff come alive.
Right.
And that'll be like Disney biting himself in the foot 5 times over. So
yeah.
it's going to get nuts.
Consolidation also with, I've heard about consolidation in the meat packing industry so do you have a solution for that? Is it these MRE type meals? You have those available?
They are like that. It's pre-made. It's in a big bucket, and they're 25 year shelf life on them. And I can't even get any more of them. I probably have maybe 50 left. And they're going out the door because of what everyone's saying. And you're hearing it here, bits in here and there. A food shortage is coming up. So we don't know if it's because of these plants shutting down. It's because of some kind of new bird flu virus. What it may be, we don't know.
Fertilizer.
But I bet it'll come out soon, right?
Yeah, Ukraine. And
we got a Ukraine war going on. They are a huge distributor of wheat. So there's going to be a lot going on that you need to be prepared for. So.
Yeah, we're talking with Thomas King here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, Florida Firearms Academy, FFAtampa.com. What about ammo? Ammo prices somewhat stable, or they're up again?
It's starting to steady back, be a little steady now. It went back up a little bit. The scarcity is still there. Normally, like, you can buy some online. You're going to pay full retail price for that. My distributors are getting here and there, and that's because a lot of it is getting shipped over to Ukraine. A lot of these companies are government contracted and have to ship it over there at a stupid, ridiculous price. So what we're trying to do is maintain what we have and keep it at the lowest price we can have.
Right.
So for most of our members, like, we have a sale. We just recently had a sale. 9mm was at $16 a box. But people go, whoa, $16, that's crazy, when other people are spending $30. But ours is really good ammo. You're not buying reload. You're not buying junk ammo. You're buying really good ammo. So,
yeah. The also, Mother's Day coming up. Don't forget, $19.99. Got a
gift certificate.
Gift certificate.
Range day for mom. Everything's included.
There you go.
And you
Protect
can
the
use it
house.
anytime. Absolutely.
Granny's got a gun.
You'd be surprised how many ladies are coming out now to train and do a lot of shooting with us. So,
yeah.
Unbelievable. And these ladies are really good now.
Yeah.
I mean, I should post some of their videos up on how fast they shoot and accurate.
Yeah, I mean, hey, got to protect the house. These thieves are coming in. They're coming across the southern border. They're, gangs are emboldened. It's a challenging time for a lot of people. Also, they got the chili cook-off coming up on May 28th, 11 to 1 p.m. People's Choice. So you get to go in and taste all the different contestants. You said 27 spots left. How many total spots?
We just started this, so we just had 3 people come in and sign up before I left today, so there's 27 spots available. So that's a 1 in a 30% chance that you can win an AR-15 if you have the best chili.
Nice. Yeah. Hey, that's a fun time too. Local businesses can come in and sign up as a vendor and put your propaganda up, right?
Absolutely free of charge. And it doesn't matter what kind of business you're in. I have CBD oil coming. I have a hot sauce coming. If you're in real estate, come on out, set up a table, just meet some people, and they're great people. Yeah,
that's awesome. So Thomas King, Florida Firearms Academy, longtime friend of the program here, multiple years, 4, 5, 6 years maybe now. FFAtampa.com and Consumer Quarterback Show, here with Thomas King. So Thomas, what else do you want to tell folks right now? I think number one, if they don't have, some families I talk to, they don't even own a gun. At least get something. Get a 38 revolver or something.
Absolutely. And you know what? We do seminars on that. Right. So if someone does break in your house, what are you going to do? Pick up the phone? You're going to wait 5 minutes, 10, 15 minutes for someone comes there to fill out a report? No, you need to protect your family. So get some wasp spray, get mace, get bear spray, get some kind of bat, whatever you're comfortable using. If you're not comfortable with a firearm, don't get a firearm. If you do, come train with us. We do 40 different types of classes: home defense, tactical, sport, competition shooting, whatever you want to do, pistols, rifles, shotguns. We have an instructor. There's 20 different instructors. You can choose from whoever you like. Sign up at any of our classes at FFAtampa.com.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a lot of fun, and people do it for sport as well. You got people coming in there for sport training too.
Yep. Yesterday we do goddesses and knights. This is people that never shot before, and now they're 6 classes in. They're in progression. Yesterday they were shooting 4 shots, center mass, and under 1 second. That's grandmaster status, basically. So we want to make sure you're comfortable with doing it, learning how to move and shoot multiple targets, mandatory reload, malfunction drills, and after that, so they're coming up. They're taking their test very soon. They're going to do level 1, 2, and 3.
Nice, awesome, good stuff. May 28th, got the event coming up, the chili cook-off, and $19.99, your gift for mother. Don't forget about it. Thomas, thanks for coming in, man. man.
Absolutely, my pleasure.
Awesome. Coming up, we got attorney Frank Miranda here on the show, fcmlaw.com. Loan modifications, foreclosures, escrow disputes, litigation, and all types here coming up on the show with Frank Miranda. We'll be right back.
This is Chris Voss, former FBI lead hostage negotiator and owner of the Black Swan Group, and you're listening to Consumer Quarterback Show hosted by my friend Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
listening to the consumer quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Online at consumerqb.com. Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 consumer advocate for real estate and financial advice. Call Brandon today at 813-917-1894.
And we're back here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, helping you win in any marketplace. We like to feature our real estate listings live on air here on the show as well to help you find out more about them, kind of spread the news, but also for our sellers, help you profit more, sell faster. If you're thinking about selling, you're leaving money on the table by not listing with the Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty. Maximum exposure, 80 outlets worldwide, seen and heard by thousands of people every day. So we got a hot listing here at 3008 North Nebraska Avenue. Commercial building, Seminole Heights area. Great office space, so it could be professional. Great opportunity to relocate a business. 3008 North Nebraska. Price reduced, owner motivated. 6 rooms, 3 bathrooms, mixed use building opportunity. Plenty of building and street parking. Located in Seminole Heights, close proximity to I-275 and I-4, downtown Riverview, Riverwalk, and so much more. 3008 North Nebraska Avenue, right here in beautiful Tampa Bay, one of our hot real estate listings. 4823 Ebbtide Lane, number 405. You got a penthouse on the water, on the Cody River, overlooking the Gulf of Mexico. Beautiful property here. Great investment opportunity here in Tampa Bay. Almost 1,100 square feet, 1 bedroom, 2 bath. Could be easily converted back to a 2 bedroom. Your very own penthouse suite with beautiful sweeping views. You've got 270-degree views and lots of balconies, 3 different balconies overlooking the Gulf of Mexico here in Tampa Bay. Brand new flooring, fresh paint, covered parking included, as well as a pool and elevator. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com.
All I've got's love
Right.
for Love City.
All right, we got Frank Miranda in the house. Attorney Frank Miranda, FCMlaw.com. Welcome back, sir.
Hey, Brandon, how are you?
Excellent. Thanks for coming in. And yeah, so interesting. We were talking a little bit before the show, and mortgage rates are increasing, and buyers, if they take their time, they waste time, they're losing their purchasing power.
Right. So what happens is, and we were talking before the show, that I went to lunch with a mortgage broker, and I'm seeing this myself when it comes to closings. When you qualify for a mortgage, you're based upon your income and based upon the interest rate and based upon how much you want to borrow. That comes to a percentage. So and that's a percentage of your all spending dollars for the given month. And so what happens is when the interest rate goes up, as it has recently, and it goes up 2%, it's from 3 to 5, for example, 3.5 to 5.5. You're looking at $300 to $450 more a month that you're going to have expenses on. Well, that reduces now the amount you can borrow, which in this economy hurts you badly because prices are going up; they're not going down. And so that means that's less and less you can buy, less and less selection you have to pick from because now your purchasing dollars buy a lot less.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the debt ratio, it all plays into a big math equation, and the longer you wait, the more pain you're going to have. Not only at the pump, but with these rising interest rates now. Escrow disputes, sometimes they come into play. Real estate deals, there's escrow disputes. How do you typically handle those? You kind of dig in, of course, and see what the facts are of each individual case. But what do you see normally, just in general, as advice for escrow disputes and how that plays out?
Okay, so for every transaction, there's a written contract, which you're very familiar with and you do a very good job with. And typically, there are paragraphs within that contract that allow the buyer, for whatever reason, to do an inspection, look at the property, see if they like it, kick the tires, so to say, if you're buying a car. And, does the house have termites? Does the house have bad plumbing? Does the house have up-to-date electrical? That kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So typically what happens is the buyer, for one reason or another, gets some sort of report or gets cold feet, maybe generates an issue that it's not really an issue that rises to the level of trying to cancel the contract. And they send over a document that they sign called cancellation of contract. And the seller has an option. They can sign that piece of paper and the deal's dead, or they could say, no, we don't think you complied in good faith. And so now you have breached the agreement as the buyer. And if you breach the agreement as a buyer, we have remedy. The remedy is we keep your deposit. Mm-hmm. Now there's a fight. In a couple of those right now, where I represent the sellers in the transaction. They make an allegation that something wasn't disclosed. My interpretation of that was the seller disclosure, which is a piece of paper that a seller will sign, disclosing everything they know about the property that, quote unquote, materially affects the value.
Yep.
And so if you look at the pre-printed questionnaires, it's typically, did this happen to your house, yes or no, or I don't know, right? And so the way the question's asked about, this case has to be water intrusion, person said no. And the reason was, my definition of intrusion is the water from the outside come in.
Right.
Not if something inside the house broke and there's water inside the house, like a pipe or an air conditioner, with the pan, that kind of the air conditioner pan
always overflows.
Yeah, it overflows. It's not that big of a deal. That's not, to me, that's not intrusion.
Right.
Okay, so they said, well, the pan overflooded one time, and there's a stain on the ceiling, and that's what happened, and you lied to us. Well, I don't think that's intrusion.
Right. That's not intrusion. The definition is you're coming through.
Right. It's an entry into.
Yeah.
Right. And so I don't think that really is going to play out. So there's a fight over money. Now, the price of poker goes up.
Yep. Because
the winner of that argument is entitled to attorney's fees.
Right.
Okay. Most lawyers aren't inexpensive.
Yep.
All right. And so you can turn a $10,000, $20,000 problem into a $30,000, $40,000 problem.
Yep.
So litigation, when it comes to this part of it, unfortunately, people think that perhaps because of what the insurance company pumps out there, that, attorneys are all getting money off of a contingency fee. But when you pay by the hour, you're playing with real poker chips.
Yeah.
And so when you elect to go to court, you elect to litigate, you're doubling down on your position.
Right.
And you better hope you win.
Right. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you see that happen, and a lot of times my advice is something to the effect of, I kind of repeat almost exactly what you just said, similar to that, and I say, look, how firm are you on this belief? And then secondly, why wouldn't we just make an offer, or would you be inclined to make an offer of 70-30 or 80-20, 60-40, somewhere in there? Let's just make an offer and try to get to a point where, okay, fine, they take the money, we get our money, and both parties move on. By the way, you're not tying the property up. That's the next question. Does that tie the property up, Frank, if you have an ongoing escrow dispute? Would that keep the seller from entering into a second purchase and sale agreement and then going into escrow with a new buyer selling that property?
No, because I think the argument's over money. It's not over the property.
Right.
And so if they attempted to do that, if they had an attorney that what's called a lis pendens, they would file something with the court, says we're having a claim on the property, I would think that I could get that dissolved, because the fight's not over the property. The fight's over return of my money.
Right.
And so, no, they should not be able to do that.
Right. We're talking with Frank Miranda here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Attorney Frank Miranda, that is FCMlaw.com, FCMlaw.com. It's got an office right here in Tampa on Cypress. Beautiful new office, I might add. That's a great office you've got over there. I love that place. And so we talk about escrow disputes, we talk about litigation, and then scams. There's a lot of scams. I feel bad for some of these renters. People will call me and say, "Hey, I see this property here, and how did you find me?" Well, I saw your YouTube video or your Google. There's a lot of SEO out there, right? Search engine, but. So I'm talking to this person and they say, well, yeah, this property looks like it's for sale, or I see it for sale on one website, I see it for rent on another website. And I say, be very, very careful, because a lot of people will take a listing that a realtor has actively marketed as a for sale listing, not by owner, but, for a realtor. It could be either way. And then they'll turn around and recreate that ad, make it a rental opportunity, and turn it into and say, okay, well, mail your deposit over here to this P.O. box so it's not traceable. So there's scams out there. You got to be very, very careful about some of these rental scams and other scams as well.
We called the FBI 4 times in a 3-week period.
Wow.
And what was going on, it's a little bit disheartening. It is very disheartening, to be honest with you. What was going on is somebody was hacking buyers' emails, and they were sending emails that looked like someone's email, a little bit different,
right?
Saying, "This is where you got to send the money for the transaction."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they were pretending to be an acceptor of cash,
right?
Okay, on potentially my behalf.
Yep.
Saying, send it here. Now, and if you looked at the instructions, it just takes due diligence, right? So if you just look at what the allegation was of where to send the money, and you know my law office is in Tampa, why would I bank in Lakeland?
Right.
If you looked at who the account was under, why wouldn't it be under my firm name? It was under some LLC name. So if you spent 10 seconds and looked at it, the quality of the scam wasn't very good.
Right.
But people, unfortunately, sometimes they are very intelligent but very busy, and they don't look at the minutia.
Right.
They just give orders, email X amount of money, or wire X amount of money from A to B.
Yep.
You would prevent this. So it's an old proverb, right? Just kind of take your time, pay attention. The early bird kind of gets the worm, where don't fall asleep to the switch.
Right.
This is a big transaction for a lot of people.
Yep.
This is your hard-earned money. It's not going to get easier to make money. It's going to get harder. Don't let someone scam you out of it.
Yeah.
And please, every email we send out says call for verification of wire instructions.
Right. Call before you wire.
Just
That's the rule.
do what you're supposed to do. Keep it simple.
That's the rule. Yep, because they'll spoof these accounts. They'll put a dot between the first and last name, or they'll change it up, make it look all the same. That you can grab that clip art off the internet and spoof these accounts, and that's what people will do. And speaking of like proverbs and stuff, I think there's a Chinese proverb that said something like making money is like stacking sand. Stacking sand up at the beach. Losing money is like pouring water on that sand. It's easy to lose it real fast.
Yep.
And it's tough to make it.
Yep.
And so you got to be diligent with your money. We're going to take a quick break there. When we come back, we've got attorney Frank Miranda here on the Consumer Quarterback Show, longtime friend of the program. Title company as well. He can do your closings. If you're a for sale by owner, reach out to his office. Talk to Stephanie over there and the team. They can do title closings for you as well. So more with Frank Miranda here when we come back on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Make sure you stop by and check out consumerqb.com.
This is Warwick Dunn, and you're listening to the Real Estate Quarterback Show, hosted by my man, Brandon Rhymes.
To get in touch with Brandon, call 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com.
Hey, Brandon Rhymes here. We are looking for real estate investors. We've got a new relationship bringing us a tremendous amount of off-market real estate investment opportunities. So text the word investor to our hotline, 813-750-0550. Off-market real estate investment opportunities. Text investor to 813-750-0550. Brandon Rhymes here, Platinum MVP team at Keller Williams Realty, looking for real estate investors. Send us a text.
You're listening to the Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. Online at consumerqb.com.
And we're back. Brandon Rhymes here, Consumer Quarterback Show, Platinum MVP team, Keller Williams Realty, helping you win in your real estate deals, buying, selling, or investing. We've got a property at 141 Highland Avenue in Dunedin. This is a great listing. This property is actually pending, accepting backup offers here, but I just wanted to let you know, kind of what's happening in the marketplace. We've got a property at 141 Highland in Dunedin. You got the walkability to downtown restaurants, the Pinellas Trail, just a beautiful property here. 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, fully renovated home in downtown Dunedin area, and you have a new roof, new gutters, plumbing, complete remodel. Beautiful property, 2 blocks to TD Ballpark, Blue Jays Stadium in Dunedin, Florida, and you've got all the walkability there as well. Beautiful, majestic oak trees, sidewalks, pavers. Backyard, just completely landscaped, beautiful property. You can see all of our listings at platinummvpteam.kw.com. All right, we got attorney Frank Miranda in the house here on the Consumer Quarterback Show. Talked about mortgage rates going up, reducing your buying power, affordable housing is also an issue as well, and we're talking about 90% absorption rates in a lot of the different counties. Frank, you look at Pasco, Pinellas, and even Hillsborough County, absorption rates in the 90%. A pretty crazy market that we've got here.
Yeah, so absorption rate from, we probably should describe that to somebody.
Yeah.
It's the amount of houses sold divided by the amount of houses on the market.
Listings,
right.
Yep.
So listings come in, 10 houses come on the market, 9 are being sold.
Yeah.
In that same month.
Yep.
property's moving real fast.
Normally within a week.
They're moving real fast. And I'll tell you, if you take the time to prepare your house, clean up the yard. Nothing major. Clean up the yard. Declutter the house. Repair the things that just are obvious.
Yep.
Your house will stand out, and you will sell it quickly, and you will probably sell it for over the asking price.
Yeah, absolutely. Multiple offers, highest and best bidding situations right now. I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening. So when you think about real estate law and litigation, what kind of mistakes do you see? We always like to point out these, consumer advocate tips, things to do, things to avoid, what to look out for. What are you seeing? Whether it's contract law, real estate law, challenges that people are having. What are you seeing out there, Frank?
All right. So when it comes to this market, you're making aggressive bids to buy a house. I see a lot of contracts where people are waiving contingencies, such as we're not even going to inspect the house.
Yep.
We're going to go straight. We're going to waive the appraisal process, meaning, if you're going to get financing, obviously the bank wants to appraise that property. They're going to loan a percentage of that appraisal amount, usually 90, sometimes 95%. They're going to waive that, meaning if the house appraises for $100,000 less than you thought, you're going to come up with $100,000 more in cash. So cash is going to be king moving forward. It's going to be more important if you're financially responsible, because that's going to be less that you're going to have to borrow, even if you do have the borrowing ability, because you don't want to pay 5%, 6%, 7%. You'd rather just come out of cash, pay it, and save $400 or $500 a month for the rest of that term of that mortgage. Okay, right. I could see people doing that. I wouldn't say mistakes. What I would say is, in the rush to get the deal, because you may have lost out on 6, 7, 8, 10, 20 houses.
Yep.
On the rush to get the deal, there's probably certain things you want to put in there. Okay, so you don't have to have an inspection, but you can still have an inspection period. Okay, and you have a right to walk away. Have something to get out of that contract.
Yeah, at least 3 days, 5 days, something. Right. Yeah.
At least have make sure the house is structurally sound.
Yep.
All right, because I don't know what's going on in these properties. A lot of them are very nice. A lot of them are brand new. I mean, we're looking at charts here that you're showing me, and every month this year, with the exception of January, and it's pretty close, over 2,000 houses are being sold a month just in Hillsborough County.
Yep.
All the way up to 2,700. That is the last year, or 3,000. This year, what you're showing me, it's 1,800 in January, all the way up to almost 2,500 in March.
Yep.
I continue that's going to go up higher too. So in your rush into aggression,
yep,
because you want that house, you need a place to live, try and factor in a way that you at least have an opportunity to get out of the contract and get your deposit back.
Yeah.
I mean, legitimately. You can even say on there, for no reason at all. If I don't find a reason, but at the end of the day, I find a house I like better in the next 10 days,
yeah,
I'm out.
Yeah.
And you can do that.
Yeah, and even the standard form says in the buyer's sole discretion.
Right.
Yeah. So you can do that. And there's also interesting thing I found on one of my recent sales too, is there's these companies out there that will guarantee the financing, and then if the financing were to fall through, or even a short fall on the appraisal, they'll cover the difference. But there's these I guess it's some kind of unique program. I actually like it because it guarantees for the seller. The seller says, great, this is either a cash deal, they're going to try to get their financing, but if the financing does fall through, this other buyer / investor will buy the property and then somehow work it out with that buyer, rent it to them for a short period of time until they repair their credit or whatever the issue, find a new job, whatever the issue was that they lost the deal. But it's pretty cool. I mean, that's a neat program.
I have heard of that. I haven't seen it in my office, but I have heard of that company stepping in, quote unquote, for the situation where it said maybe you don't have that cash, where the appraisal comes to 100,000 short, you need another $100,000.
Yep.
They step in. Of course, money isn't free.
Right.
Right. So if your first mortgage is going to be 5%, I'm going to suspect that their rate of return is going to be higher than 5% because they're taking greater risk, quite honestly.
Yeah, they probably are. And I imagine whatever the maximum, what is the maximum in Florida that you can charge?
It's 18%.
Like 18,
but you really need to have the money to borrow 18%. That means for every $100,000, you're paying back $18,000 in interest.
Yeah,
that adds up very quickly.
Yeah. So for them, it might be hey, let's refinance it. If it continues to appreciate, we'll refi after 6 months or a year. There's ways to work around, but to guarantee that you get that home, people are ended up homeless in a lot of cases, man. People are can't find something to rent. They look to sell. They're canceling purchase and sale contracts because they can't find that next home to move to. So that causes challenges. We've talked about that on the show before.
That you brought something up before. I'll get to that. But what's the rule? Do you know the rules? Like if I buy a house today and I have a mortgage, is there a rule how long I have to have that mortgage before I can refinance?
Before you refinance, yeah. So it depends on if there's a prepayment penalty, and it depends on the loan. Depends on the loan type. I think if it's FHA, conventional, or it varies whether it's VA, FHA, or conventional.
So if it's conventional, if it's conventional, does it matter?
I think conventional you may be able, you may be able to get away with it. But if it's backed by the FHA or the VA, then I don't think you can. You have to wait a certain amount of time until it's seasoning. They call it seasoning, so it's a certain amount of time on the seasoning. Or you can also buy out the prepayment penalty as well, pay a higher rate, or maybe some points up front. But yeah, that's an interesting question for.
That part doesn't sound financially responsible, though, does it?
Right.
I don't think you're gonna make your money back on that deal.
Yeah. It's because people were doing that back in the day too. That was a challenge that we had back in the 06s and 7s and 8s.
I mean, we just got an application. Anyone could write down, I make $10 million a year, and loan you the money.
Exactly.
And they lent you the money.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
It's incredible.
Yeah, irrational exuberance. I worked for Argent Mortgage Company, and Argent was just wow, they were top 5, I think, in the country, subprime loans. And I remember going out to L.A. They had quarterly sales trips. It's a great company to work for. So we went out to L.A. and they had, have all these, exotic speakers like Tony Robbins, Sugar Ray Leonard, and, Magic Johnson, just great speakers. And then they actually had an award ceremony for us where they went to the extent they paid extras to stand on the sides in like bleachers. And they had, they're cheering for us as we were getting off the bus. I mean, a big production. Hors d'oeuvres, catered food, and we went in and we had like Jay Leno was like the the entertainment for the evening. But just think about the money is what I'm getting at. What a waste of money, right? To throw these big elaborate parties.
But money back then was kind of like just turning on the copier.
Yeah.
You just hit the start button because everyone was coming in going, I make $1 million a year, lend me money.
Yeah.
It was that easy.
That's right.
I mean, you think about it like, how can we have been that dumb?
Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was dumb or if it was a part of, like the elite ruling class in D.C. saying, yeah, whatever, let's let them do that. We're going to sell these MBSs, to China, the mortgage-backed securities, and a lot of people made a lot of money and they knew when they get out.
You're right. For every downturn, some people are making a lot of money.
They're timing it out.
A lot of people hurt, but a lot of people make money.
Yep, people in that blue collar, that lower middle class, middle income earners, they get screwed. And the
they
big
always
boys
do, don't they?
Yeah, the big boys get away with it. They make they run away on their yachts and their golden parachutes from
insider
the
trading, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because they see it coming, man.
They get that phone call said, "Hey, the SEC was here today.
Yeah,
they're looking into our books. You might want to sell the stock. Sell the stock."
Yeah, exactly. The Belforts and all that. So, Frank, we got about a minute left. Tell folks, how you can serve them, and your awesome title company and Stephanie and the team over there.
Yeah, I mean, effectively, if you have any legal questions that are related to real estate or business or even personal injury, we'll handle it for you. The transaction, when it comes to real estate, we'll do the closing for you and issue title, make sure that you're buying something that's clean, that you're selling something that a buyer can insure. You can reach us at our phone number is 813-254-2637. My email is really the fastest way to get a hold of me. That's frank@fcmlaw.com. Feel free to send any question you have, and if I don't know the answer, I certainly know enough people in the city that I can refer you to.
Perfect. All right, good stuff. FCMlaw.com. Frank Miranda, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And hey, another great show. I want to thank all of our listeners, our viewers, our production team behind the scenes putting the show together. Thomas King in the house. Don't forget his event May 28th. Got the chili cook-off event, People's Choice Chili Cook-Off. $19.99 Mother's Day gift card to go in and hone their shooting skills and take care of mom, protect mom. And thank you so much for all of the folks that support our show, reaching out to the hotline. Please go out there and consider committing a random act of kindness. We'll see you next time.
You've been listening to The Consumer Quarterback, Brandon Rhymes. Whether it's real estate, consumer, or financial advice, let Brandon call your next play. Call Brandon Rhymes at 813-917-1894. That's 813-917-1894. Online at consumerqb.com. And join us next time for the Consumer Quarterback Show.